Alright, so what's going on my viewers? I'm new. Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. And yes, do not click off. The title and the thumbnail are correct. Today I have figured out how to make a Skyblock island generator. So I did have a look through YouTube and there's a few versions I found. One of them I'll mention at the end of the video. But they all seem to be outdated or they just don't work at all. And I know a lot of people on Minecraft Bedrock Edition like to build Skyblock worlds, and most of the time they're just like a little platform going all the way down, and most people want to know how to make it so that you can make your own island generators, so it's actually like you own your own Skyblock, like this for instance. Today I'm going to show you how to do the commands, and yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to show you how it works first of all, and then I'm going to show you the commands for how to do it, and obviously it's going to be a slightly longer video, as you could probably see by the timestamp, because I need to explain everything, including some certain parts that will not work at the moment, because Bedrock needs to fix their stuff. Alright, so I should have probably built a platform here actually. Alright, so I've just spawned into the game. I'm right here, and going up this platform, if I stand on top of that top block there, it will generate me a brand new island. So if I walk up these steps here and I stand on top of this, you can see that it TPs me to an island, giving me island ranker 1, and then it spawns a brand new island over here for the next player who wants to do it. So obviously if I stand back on island 1 here, it will TP me to here. So how it would normally work is, it should TP me into the end portal, and then the end portal will instantly kick me out because I've got another end portal thingy, and then it will TP me back to my spawn point since my spawn point is now set over here. However, I couldn't make it so you can TP into the end because right now on Bedrock it is broken and it doesn't let you TP into the end. Like if you TP into the end, you get stuck there forever. I would show an example, but I'd rather not. So you guys can kind of test it on your own. But how it would work is I'd set this to TP me when I have a scoreboard 1 into there, and I'd TP to my new island. Right, to show you that it does generate a brand new island and it does actually work, I'm gonna set my island to 0, well, Izzle to 0, I'll explain that in a second. And if I walk back up these steps here, you can see that island automatically regenerated is now my island, and there's another island regenerated, and you can see there was an armor stand kill below, and there's a brand new armor stand on that island. I'll explain how it all works anyways, so you all know. But yes, that's the example shown. I was going to get someone on to test this. Obviously, I'm going to give them a shot in for some reason, so stick around for that. However, they're not online right now, and I really want to get the video done so I can show it on my own. But this does work with multiple players, and obviously you can add a cooldown so not two people can step on it at the same time and glitch the game. But it's very unlikely that's going to happen anyways. So, the commands, it's very easy. You can see that there's actually not a lot of commands here. It's actually really simple. Obviously, some of them, if you don't want to include them, you don't really have to. But actually, no, yeah, you do. You will need to include all of these commands here. So for starters, it's just a repeat unconditional is active command, and it's a delay in ticks in 5, so it doesn't like glitch out. And it's slash test4 at p in a radius of 1.8. So 1.8 will just be the block above. As you can see, if I go next to it here, wait, let's walk up the platform. As you can see, if I stand here, it does TP me because I'm in the radius of 8. So it's technically these 2 blocks, but just a little bit less. So this is just repeat unconditional is active. So whenever someone's standing on that block, it will test for that player. And then we have a redstone. Oh, did not mean to do that. We have a redstone comparator, a redstone repeater, and we have redstone. So we have redstone going into 2 different things. This is if you do own an island, and this is if you don't own an island yet. So I'm going to show you the do own an island command because it is a lot easier. So this is just impulse unconditional use redstone, and a scoreboard players test at P Izzle 1-1. So the scoreboard I use is Izzle. I could use island, but Izzle is just shorter. So as you can see on the right there, it says island, but the scoreboard, so it's testing if a player has, well, let's just say island. It's testing to see if they own an island 1-1. So if they own their own island 1-1, then this is a chain conditional is active command, and it's TP a player in the radius of 10. So then with that scoreboard in the radius of 10 with the island of 1. It will TP them to 3, 3, 8, 6, 70. So I've set the commands for here, but normally if you wanted to, you'd set it above the end portal, and then how it would work is they'd TP into the end portal, then they'd TP into another end portal while in the end, like instantly, and then it'd TP them back to their spawn point. I've got another video coming out using that kind of method, but for right now, until Bedrock fixes it, the end portal is broken, so when you go in there, you can't actually get back out, like I mentioned at the start of the video. So just make sure that for now, you can kind of mess about with the keep inventory command and have it so like it just kills them and you have keep inventory on or something. You can do that, but as soon as the end portal thing is glitched, this will work like a dream. But obviously I wanted to make the video now because I wanted to get out there because this is a really good command. So for the long chain of commands, I'll explain these two at the end because these are kind of relevant slash, yeah, they are relevant, but they're not as important as showing these first. Right. So the first command block here is an impulse unconditional use redstone. And you have a command that will say, so as soon as you join the game, you'll get the island 0. So how this is working is it's testing to make sure I have a scoreboard players test at P is all 0, 0. So this is testing to see if the person has the this has the score of is all 0, 0. You could obviously make this in a radius of 10 if you wanted to secure it so it's only someone standing on that block and not anywhere in the game. But nine times out of 10 people want to do it anyway. So this is just testing if they have the scoreboard of island 0, 0. Well, between 0 and 0, so it's just 0. And then that one's between 1 and 1, so it's just 1. This is a chain condition always active command. And it's /TP at P to at E type equals armor underscore stand name equals island. So as you can see on this island over here, which is the newest island that I did, you can see that there's an armor stand on it called island. So how this works is as soon as they test to make sure the scoreboard is in a radius of 0, 0, it will TP me to the armor stand with the name island, which is that armor stand over there. So it's just TPing the person with the scoreboard of 0, 0 to that armor stand. As soon as this happens, there's a chain conditional is active command, and it's /execute at E type equals armor stand, name equals island, squiggly squiggly squiggly, spawn point at P, squiggly squiggly squiggly. So what is happening here is, as soon as it tests for when I TP to the armor stand, it will execute a player in the radius of that armor stand, and then it will set their spawn point. So obviously next time I go into the end and leave the end, it will TP to my spawn point. Obviously, you can have your own. Obviously, people on the island will be able to place a bed and set their own new spawn point, but this is just to make sure they can go to their island. This is chain conditional always active also, and it's /execute at all squiggly 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 execute at E. So this is a really long one, alright. So I'm gonna have to go into depth for this one. So it's executing an armor stand with the name island in a radius of 1 and count of 1. Then it's squiggly 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 / spread players squiggly squiggly 30 30 31 at E type equals armor underscore stand name equals island C equals 1. So how this is working is obviously so mine, as you can see, when I stand on top of it, it TP'd the islands into random places within the radius of 30 blocks. So these are 30 blocks away from each other, these are 30 blocks away from each other, and these are 30 blocks away from each other. It may not seem like it is, but trust me, it is. So how it's working is this command block here. Yes, is this command block here. So what it's doing is it is spreading a player 30 blocks in a certain direction. So obviously so the two squiggly lines, you can see it says /spread players squiggly squiggly 30. The first squiggly is the x-axis and the second one is the z-axis. There's no y-axis, so I have to kind of explain that in a second. So it's spreading the players 30 blocks away from, so between 30 and 31 blocks, and then it's 30 in direction of the z-axis. So obviously if I change this, so if I got rid of it here, this 30 right here, it's probably better actually if I don't include this 30. It's only, oh great, okay, that's only really if you want to have it so it's in a certain direction. But when I set my island to 0 here, I stand on top of this, and you can see that it's like TP'd randomly again. You can see. Well, actually, no, it didn't actually work that time. That's weird. So I assume that you do need the thing. Yeah, see, look, you can see here, you do need a non-binary. Oh, wait, that's why. I'm an idiot. You don't need this number here. So look, so when I stand on top of this now, after setting my island to 0, it will TP me, and then it will spawn a brand new island 30 blocks away in any direction. So that one was going in a certain direction facing that way, so there's plus numbers that way. However, when I change it and get rid of that, it's just 30 blocks in the radius from where the armor stand was. It's spreading a new island. So obviously if you want it to happen in a certain direction, you just have the armor stand TP in that direction. That would include, that would be less commands if you do that, so I'll kind of explain that in a second. But obviously if you want them to have it in random radius, it just spread the armor stand squiggly squiggly, so either X or Z, so just from however many direction away you want it, and a 30 31, so however many blocks you want it away from it, so between 30 and 31. You can't do 30 and 30, you have to do the number above it. So it's completely random. Well, yeah, obviously if you did 15 or 30, it could be however long you want it. But that's it. So it's just executing the name of armor stand island. So there's only one island stand, sorry, and then the radius of C, radius of 1 and count of 1 is just spreading the players in that direction. So how that works actually as well is the armor stand you can see there. However, because on the y-axis it spreads the armor stand to the ground. Okay, so this, so as you can see, when I spawned into the islands before, back on the video, you can see that there's an armor stand being killed on the floor. That's because this spread player commands is really glitching at TP to the floor. So the way I've countered this is if you have a void world, you do not need to worry about this command. This command is kind of irrelevant. However, if you don't want to have a void and you want the ground to be full of grass, you'll need this command block here. No, you need this command block here, which is repeat unconditional is active. And it's execute at E, type equals armor underscore stand, name equals island, squiggly squiggly squiggly, detect squiggly squiggly -1 squiggly, grass 0 kill at E, name equals island, C equals 1. So what this is doing is it's testing for an armor stand on the ground with the name of island. So let's get this here. So obviously when there's an armor stand on the ground here, it doesn't do anything. Since I called it island, it kills it because the spread players command will spread the armor stand to the ground, and then also do it here. So if you still have the armor stand on the ground, it'll glitch it. But obviously, if you have a voided world, the armor stand will just fall out of the world, and it'll have no more relevance. So this is repeat unconditional. So this repeat unconditional is active, and just make it so that whenever it detects for an island, obviously you can do that with any block. If your ground is made out of like bedrock, just have it so when it detects for bedrock, it kills it. Instead of grass, you just change it to bedrock 0 kill at E name equals island. So after this, you want it to be chain conditional always active, and you want it to execute at E, type equals armor underscore stand, name equals island, C equals 1. So this is executing the name of an armor stand, so count of 1, so 1 armor stand, and it's detecting that the block below it, so squiggly squiggly -1 squiggly is air. So so basically when it TPs, it kind of TPs like a block up. So if it can test for the name air 0, underneath it, it will clone 324 10 65, 333 20 56, and then squiggly -5, squiggly 5, squiggly -6. So this is the main island here that I am trying to clone. Alright, you can see all the islands are the exact same as this. This block here is 324 10 65. In the command block, I've wrote 324 10 65. So it's cloning where I'm standing on this block to up here. But how I've done it is I've removed 2 on the y-axis. So instead of this, it's 333 22 56. It's 333 20 56. It's because I don't want the sea lantern to clone. So it's cloning underneath it. So it's just cloning this island to the armor stand. However, the armor stand is a bit weird. So you need the squiggly -5, squiggly 5, squiggly -6. So how that'll work is the armor stand will fall, and it'll make it so that it clones the island to the middle of the armor stand. If you understand what I mean, you obviously have to mess around with these commands, otherwise it will be a little bit buggy. So I don't really want to remove the commands. So how this would normally work is if I just had it squiggly, 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 it would just TP the island to the armor stand, which is on the ground here. However, I want it to clone, like, you can obviously change this however you want. But I wanted it to clone 5 blocks up and then -5 and -6, so that, because how it would work is the armor stand would be here and the island would clone like over here-ish. But I want it to clone 5 blocks up from that. Oh crap. 5 blocks up from that, and then I also want it to clone like on top of the armor stand, like over here. So obviously you have to mess around with it to make sure the armor stand is correctly on the island. But that is how you write it anyway. So it's just detecting to make sure that there's air 0 underneath it, and then it's cloning them coordinates to the armor stand there. And this is chain conditional always active, and it's execute at E, type equals armor underscore stand, name equals island, C equals 1, squiggly squiggly squiggly, detect squiggly squiggly -1 squiggly, air 0, summon armor underscore stand, squiggly squiggly 12, squiggly T island. So how this one works is because this, so if you do not need this command block right here if you're having it to TP the armor stand in a certain direction, because how it would work is that the armor stand would just TP that way, but it'd stay on the same length as this. However, with spread players, because it TPs to the ground, you'll need it to it will execute for the armor stand being a thing. So when I stand on top of this, if I have the island of 0, it gives me my new island, then it clones a new island, like you saw it clones a brand new island, and then the other island would become my island. And obviously you can see it clones it with an armor stand. That's because I'm summoning an armor stand 12 blocks above it, which would be on that island there. And then it's called island. So you do squiggly T, so it's basically tamed. You do need this. It's just basically making it so it's thing. And then island is you naming the armor stand. So obviously if I change this to like, I'm not going to change it. Say I change this to like Izzle, like that. How it would work is when all these commands happen, it would summon, it'd clone the armor stand down here, kill it, spawn the island above it, and 12 blocks above it, like up here, it would rename it'd call the armor stand Izzle. So like right now it says is island because I summoned the island. But however, if you wanted it to be spread players, you wouldn't need this command block here. you would need this one here, but this one would be instead just /TP. Slash execute at all squiggly execute IE type example stand name, and it'd be squiggly, and instead of /spread players it'd be /TP at E type example stand name equals island C equals 1, and then whatever direction you want it. So if you wanted it to do 30 blocks that way, it'd be squiggly 30 blocks this way, it'd be squiggly minus 30 squiggly. Obviously if you want to make it bigger than 30 islands, and obviously if you want to add barriers around it so no one can access the islands, you just clone it in a larger radius. But once again, you'd have to mess around with the commands. So back to this command here, the setting of the spawn point. This one isn't really that good. Like, it's not really that effective. So to be honest, I wouldn't really include this one. It's just because I forgot to like clickbot these and break this. So you would need this command block here, which is repeat on condition whenever it's active, as execute at all squiggly detect squiggly -1 squiggly smooth _ stone 0 scoreboard player set at P is all 1. So what this is doing is this armor stand here is TPing me on top of this armor stand, and you can see it's TPing me onto the smooth stone block. So when I stand on the smooth stone block, it will set my island or scoreboard to 1, so that whenever, like, obviously I want to TP back, it will trigger these commands instead, and it will TP me here. Because this command doesn't really work well. I mean, I guess you can have it as well, but I'm not really sure if it's multiplayer friendly, so I probably wouldn't include that. I just include these 3 instead of this one, and then have this one over here. Obviously, if you have smooth stone in your lobby or something and you want to replace this block here, you can replace it to anything like a sea lantern. Just have it detect, so when there is a sea lantern below them, so as you can see here, wrong one, and you see it's execute at all squiggly detect squiggly -1, so 1 block below it squiggly smooth _ stone 0, so it's testing for the smooth stone, and its scoreboard player set at P is a 1. But yeah, that is about it for the commands really. I hope you did all enjoy. If you did, don't forget to smack that like button. It's very appreciated. Before I do my outro though, I know I just said part of it, I would like to say a thank you to Dukeyboy. He has a YouTube channel also, and any other links he wants me to add, they will be in the description below. Because I did all the commands myself, but because he's a mouse and keyboard player, he helped me like click block them, move them around, and he also helped me test it to make sure it was multiplayer friendly before making the video. Also, I'd like to thank Dakon as well. We were meant to be having a kind of competition or something, but he hasn't really seen my message. I think he's doing something, so I'm not too sure if it's still happening or if he's going to upload today. So if he has, go check out his video. I'll probably link it if he has. But either way, he did also make a Skyblock generator video a few months back. However, that video is really outdated now. Some of it still works. This works a lot better. But what I'm getting to is that he was the one who kind of sparked the inspiration for this. And obviously I used the spread players command that he used. And obviously I just kind of bettered his method in a way. But yes, so if you do like the video, don't forget to like it. It's very appreciated. This is a really good video and it's very good to make. And I think I did it quite well. I think I explained it quite well. I didn't really want to go into any more depth because bearing in mind it's already an 18-minute long video before I do my outro. So I didn't want the video to be too long. The kill counter video was actually this long, and at the time we were recording this, that's actually doing really well. So hopefully this one does well as well. Subscribe if you are new around here. We are growing rapidly on the channel, and I want to grow even more rapid, so it's very appreciated. And you can join the insane army. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. I upload quality content like this. I've uploaded a kill counter, a lucky block video, scoreboard videos, all that kind of stuff. I have a lot more really good command videos coming on the channel. I haven't actually recorded any of them, but I know they are coming, so definitely do not miss out on that. And hit comment down below what you want to see next, what you thought of the video. Any other ideas for videos you'd like to see on the channel, let me know down below. Obviously, I do try my best to make them. For the person who keeps asking as well, I do have a /home and /set home video coming soon. It uses the same kind of concept as this, but obviously that will be a lot easier with the command blocks. But yes, thank you all for watching. Have a great day for whenever you're watching this. I hope I did help. Make sure you don't use the import until they actually fix it. And make sure you like kind of do it like this. There's nothing in the chest, by the way, in case you're wondering. And then the tree I built myself looks beautiful. Thank you for watching. Have a great day for whenever you're watching this. I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one. And goodbye.